This is exactly right.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
And we know how important it is to take care of it with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one. I've always used CeraVe.
They have little samples at my dermatologist as I'm leaving, and they don't do that with just anything.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye. Everyone loves the idea of spending an afternoon curled up with a good book.
Well, grow up, because it's almost impossible.
Luckily, you can take your next great story with you on Audible.
Audible has a massive selection of titles to choose from, including This American Life, new books by Michael Connelly, along with classics from Agatha Christie, and so much more.
Whether you want a mystery, a true crime story, or something completely different, there's always something new to listen to.
New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com/MFM.
Audible, stories that speak to you.
Goodbye. Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models,
including the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid.
Plus, there's the bold and stylish Elantra loaded with the latest tech.
Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 9.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Goodbye.
Bye. Hello and welcome
to My Favorite Murder,
the Minisode.
That's right.
I said that dramatically.
You did it great.
Did you like it?
I did.
Should I give you more of an upbeat take?
Sure. Try it again.
The Minisode.
Hey! It felt terrible, didn't it?
That was horrible. Should we go back to one?
Yeah.
The Minisode.
There you go. I'm going to let you go first since you were such a pro at that.
Thanks so much. I appreciate the condescension. Okay. This is quite an email I have for you right now. Do you know about this one? There's no way. There's no way you could know.
I don't know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know.
I was just wondering if they're like, Karen's got the email. They had to warn you about this beforehand.
No.
The subject line of this email is, I was in a networking group with the Gilgo Beach serial killer. That's why I asked. So this is an email from 2024.
Okay.
This case feels like it's been going on for 60 years.
Mm-hmm. Good when it just broke.
Yeah, he just pled guilty. So this says, hey, you two, in January 2016, right when you started the podcast, I switched careers from a deeply unhappy corporate cog to starting my own professional organizing business.
Oh my God, amazing.
HavenNY.com. Just like get a little plug in there. I think that would be so satisfying.
Oh my God, I did that yesterday, and it was to like my beauty stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I could have done it for fucking hours and hours.
You spring cleaned your makeup, basically.
Yeah. Shameful and fulfilling at the same time.
You have to put a little bag aside for the people whose skin tone your makeup actually is for.
Yeah,
when you bought it and were like, now I can never use this again.
Yes. Everyone gets something.
Yeah, right. Okay, so cut to present day. I'm incredibly happy and proud of the company I have built, and I'm fortunate enough to love my clients and my work. Switching careers is no joke, so the first few years were filled with anxiety, awkwardness, mistakes, and questioning if I made the right choice. Hearing your lovely rants and tales of woe consistently twice a week helped really get me through those growing pains years. So I can't thank you enough for that. That's all the podcast has been, tales of woe and rants.
Yeah.
Perfectly encapsulated. What you guys have to give is so special, and I'm grateful to enjoy it. But back to it. I belong to a networking group in New York City for my organizing business. It's a great group of professionals who take what they do very seriously, but not themselves. A perfect combination. I was pumped when an architect joined. I've worked with lots of architects in the past to help design more organized and efficient spaces for my clients. When I first met him, I will admit I felt a little wary because he was missing a front tooth.
The fuck?
But The more I got to know him, he proved to be sweet, likable, professional, and just an overall nice guy. I, along with the other members of the group, attended lots of meetings, happy hours, and coffees with him. I had countless email exchanges and calls with him over a cool project he wanted my help on from one of his famous filmmaker clients' storage rooms that needed decluttering. So a year ago, when I pulled up the news and saw his face and name on every headline, to say I was shocked is the understatement of the century.
Like someone you know regularly, professionally, that's fucking is a serial killer.
A serial killer. It also points back to like, you know them, but from the internet.
Right.
We all have that, like, it's a different, but we're used to it. So it's kind of like, well, yeah, we like the same things. We know each other.
How normal his life is. You can,
Turns out that affable guy was none other than Rex Heuermann, the Gilgo Beach serial killer.
Jesus.
All the members of my group started getting calls from reporters asking for comments about how we were feeling, knowing we had been doing business with an actual serial killer. You know that professional picture of him floating around the internet with his arms crossed? He only got that photo taken because my group kept teasing him about how he had no pictures of himself. The president of my group even called that his Law and Order pose. The irony is too much to handle.
Oh, my God.
I felt wrecked by the thought of the combination of deep sadness and relief for the families of the victims as the news of his arrest has come out. Friends and family keep asking if I've ever suspected anything, ever felt threatened or weird around him. Whenever I hear stories of serial killers who operate in plain sight, I always think, how could no one in his life know? There must be something off that people are ignoring. But the thing is, I didn't feel threatened. I didn't notice anything off because these men are psychopaths that perfect living double lives. But he's also no mastermind. I think he's just a coward who targeted sex workers as he deemed these women less than. But these victims were not less than. They didn't deserve to be senselessly murdered and heinously discarded. I hope he receives the maximum punishment for robbing these women of their lives and their families of their peace. Stay sexy and don't do business with serial killers. Katie M. And then here's just a quick update, because when Katie sent this email, only 3 of the victims, he had been arrested for their murders. And now that there's a longer list, we figured we'd save all the names till the end. On April 8th, Rex Heuermann pled guilty to the murders of 7 women: Megan Waterman, Melissa Barthelemy, Amberlynn Costello, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Valerie Mack, Jessica Taylor, and Sandra Castilla. He admitted to killing an 8th woman, Karen Vergata, though he has not been formally charged with her murder.
Wow. And doesn't it make you think, like, it's so inconspicuous, you would never know. So is there someone that you know that maybe isn't a serial killer, but is... That has that piece of them that totally doesn't care and has no empathy and is truly cut off that way.
Like, who could it be? Which is, like, fine if you don't fucking kill people. You can, like, we all have different personality issues. But Jesus. Okay. I mean, and also just that we have gotten to this point where now, which is such a relief, where people get to write in and go, hey, I did business with this person. Totally. Just like the Ted Bundy story.
So scary.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to read you the subject line. Hi, MFM gang and its furry associates. I recently listened to your episode about the sleepwalking murderer, and I decided to share my sleepwalking story. I could have just read you this fucking subject line. It's a sleepwalking story. I thought I was being really clever.
You're going to save it, and they immediately ruin the secret.
I think I was around 8 or 9 when this happened. I grew up in Vacaville, California, which is where Paul Holes is from. Hashtag hot for holes. And my childhood home was on a very busy street. One night, someone came flying around the corner and my brother's car was sideswiped. The driver fled the scene, but my brother saw that the vehicle was a large maroon SUV. Knowing that the driver's car would have extensive damage, my brother made flyers and posted them around town. This was before the days of social media, hoping someone would have information for him. A few days later, while my family was enjoying a day on the lake with some friends, my brother got a call from a guy who said his neighbor drives a maroon Suburban and the passenger side of the car was torn up.
Ooh.
The guy gave my brother his address. Oh, the neighbor's a fucking narc.
He's just like, here, go solve that problem for yourself.
This guy blasts Metallica at fucking midnight.
Yeah, exactly.
Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, see what you can do.
Fair enough. Be cool to your neighbors or they'll fucking narc on you.
That's right.
The guy gave my brother his address and he told him that the car was parked in the driveway next door.
God.
My brother ran to tell my mom and she said that we would drive by the house on our way home from the lake. We got into town super late and I was asleep in the back seat. I was still in my bathing suit and I had my beach towel wrapped around me. We pulled up to the house where the vehicle was parked and my mom whipped out a camera to snap some pictures. This is when camera phones were just becoming a thing, so I'm pretty sure she ended up using a disposable camera from Walgreens or some shit like that. Oh, bring them back.
I wonder if that's what people used to do for like accidents and stuff, like keep a disposable camera in your car.
Motorcycle riders do that.
Do they really?
They did that, yes.
Back before GoPros.
I saw a guy get in a fucking gnarly motorcycle accident. I got out and went over to him and he goes, hey, on the ground, like after he woke up, hey, there's a fucking disposable camera under my seat. Use the whole roll. Get everything.
Oh.
And I fucking I just remembered this part of the story. Like I knew about that, but I forgot about that part.
That's so weird.
And I was driving my Vespa at the time, so I was like, I got you.
Yeah, we're motorbike friends.
Yeah.
So wait a second, you came upon this accident?
It happened directly in front of me. Like
so you were a witness?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He was okay, I hope. I don't know, maybe not. I stuck my phone number in his backpack. Okay.
Nice.
He never called me.
Well, he was in the hospital with all four limbs in the air.
Let's pretend.
Come on.
Okay. Well, my mom and brother were going full Vogue cover shoot on the Suburban. I slipped out of the back seat and up the walkway of a random house a few doors down. I must have thought that we were home. I opened the front door, and this is where I vaguely remember walking into a house that smelled like smoke. However, I was so tired that I laid down on the couch and fell back asleep. I remember that the living room was arranged exactly like ours at home and they had their TV on. I awoke a few minutes later to the sound of a blood-curdling scream coming from outside. My mom was absolutely losing her shit. She thought I was kidnapped and was screaming my name up and down the block. I remember waking up and looking around, wondering where the hell I was. I walked right out the front door, left it wide open, and yelled to my mom, "I'm right here." She was crying and completely freaking out. The next morning, I told my mom that we had to go back to the house because I left my favorite beach towel on their living room couch. We went back and told the people who lived there what happened. They thought it was hilarious.
I mean, that is hilarious, and they missed the whole thing.
Yeah, but then they came out and the door is wide open and there's a towel on the floor. Like, what happened?
And their dog Rusty ran away.
Oh, Rusty.
Not really.
All of that could have been avoided if, 1, the asshole never hit my brother's car and fled the scene, and 2, those people locked their fucking doors. Luckily, everyone ended up fine. I was safe. I got my favorite beach towel back, and my brother ended up getting money for the damage the guy caused to his car.
Nice.
Stay sexy, don't flee the scene of a crime, and lock your fucking doors so people don't sleepwalk into your living room. Audrey.
This is such a close neighborhood. They're like, we caught him. Yeah. Get over here.
Like, and then come on in.
And then just go to sleep on your neighbor's couch. Oh, that's so funny. If you woke up and you were like us, you're a 12-year-old like us, where it's like, someone's been here.
Yeah.
And then you start taking pictures of the inside of your house.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
10 years ago, no one in America knew what a skin barrier was.
It's time to take care of your skin with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one.
Formulated with 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide to provide long-lasting hydration and 12-hour oil control. I've been using CeraVe for over a decade, I would think. And now it's getting super trendy. And I don't know why, it just makes me proud that something I've used for so long is cool on socials now. But it really does work. And that's why it's been around so long.
No matter your skin type or concern, CeraVe has facial cleansers perfect for you and your skin barrier.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye. I'll read you this subject line since it works. I was robbed at prom. Dearest, darlingest Karen in Georgia. In episode 475, Karen told us about the time she was robbed by a lady in the sunglasses store on Hollywood Boulevard. Remember that one?
Yeah.
When she was like, I had a 20 sticking out of my pocket, but I forgot.
Yeah.
And she was like, hello. This reminded me of something that happened to me at senior prom in the year 2003. I've just turned 40, so this was some time ago, but you never forget this kind of thing. While we all had the stereotypical prom like every other school in America, all the parents of seniors joined together to plan something called SNAP, Senior Night After Prom, where they literally rented out a Dave & Buster's from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Whoa.
as a ploy to keep all of us from partying after prom. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
After the dance, seriously, our parents were like, go stand in a field for all we care.
Here's alcohol.
Yeah.
Here's some warm beer, and Zima, get the fuck.
One of us will go on a cruise.
Right.
The understanding is you will stay indoors. So it says after the dance, we all rode in our limos and cars to Dave & Buster's, turned in our suit jackets, dresses, purses, etc., changed clothes, and were basically locked in all night. It was actually pretty fun. It's very smart.
Yeah.
As you can imagine, after a long night of dancing and then being locked in with your entire senior class, the 8 a.m. hour at the Dave & Buster's was rough.
Oh, God.
I mean, everyone was over it. We were all tired physically and also tired of each other. Friendships ended in that Dave & Buster's. Girlfriends dumped boyfriends. It was a lot of togetherness. My friend group remained somewhat intact as the sun came up, and we agreed to gather our things and meet at a small staircase at the front of the building while we waited to be picked up. That just reminds me of, I've told you when we went to senior night at Disneyland.
Yeah.
And I was like at 11:30, I'm like, I'm done. I'm going to lay down on a bench.
Yeah.
And it's almost like that is your first teenage test of what you're going to be like to party with.
Yeah.
And people are just like, yes, no, yes, no. And I'm
Totally.
just like, I'm going to go home and go to
Who can
bed.
party?
Yeah. Who can stay up all night? I was down there first, so I sat on the stairs with all my crap, laid my head down on my giant cobalt blue puffy dress, and closed my eyes, waiting for my friends. Within a few seconds, a random girl sat next to me. I opened my eyes to see that she was a fellow prom attendee, but I didn't know her or recognize her. But she seemed like she wanted to chat. Did you have fun? What did you do last night? Did you go bowling? I was in no mood for small talk with a girl I didn't know, so I closed my eyes again and gave very short, curt answers, hoping she would catch my vibe, and she eventually walked away. It turns out she was robbing me while I was sitting there with my eyes closed. What were you doing last night? Did you have fun?
You'd think a lock-in would be safe. Like, I would definitely not watch my purse. I mean, I would watch it, but I wouldn't
be worried.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be on alert.
No.
You'd think you could just sleep on some stairs like a normal person. It's so crazy. When our parents picked us up, my dad asked me for his cash. That's right. Before we left for prom, my dad handed me $200 cash to use in case of emergency. None of us had credit cards, but it was to be returned immediately after we got done at Dave & Buster's.
Oh, my God.
It wasn't spending money. It was emergency money for flat tires, etc., as we lived in a rural area and the prom was in the big city. I had the cash in my tiny silver purse, along with some earrings my sister had lent me. When my dad asked for this money, I opened my little purse and found it to be empty.
Oh.
Earrings and cash all gone. I was so confused because my purse had been in my possession all night, except for when it was checked into the purse check, monitored by volunteer parents, and then immediately handed back to me. I knew it was the girl that had sat next to me making awkward conversation while my eyes were closed.
Yeah.
A few days later at school, people were sharing photo albums, and I saw the girl in a photo, and it immediately jumped out at me. That's her.
Oh, my God.
That's the girl who sat next to me and stole my money and earrings. She was the date of a guy in my government class, so I sought him out and said, hey, do you know your date robbed me at Dave & Buster's? Who is she? He felt bad and said other people from within his own group had told him the same thing.
This little klepto's just going around fucking.
She robbed many people that night.
Girl, I want to be friends with this girl.
Right? I mean, she was like on one.
Yeah.
He didn't know her well, he said, and she didn't go to our school. I would hope not.
Yeah.
They open her locker. Everybody's stuff pours out.
Cash.
I saw the assistant principal who informed me that she didn't go to our school, so there was nothing that they could do. I felt so bad about losing my dad's money and even more guilty about losing my sister's earrings as they were special to her. I will forever regret trying to ignore her, yet I will also forever be somewhat impressed by, all caps, the audacity to be asked to a prom at another school only to spend your evening robbing everyone.
Yeah.
Love y'all so much, SSDGM, and don't ignore awkward conversations in a Dave & Buster's while you have 47 bobby pins in your hair. Jenny.
I hope that girl turned out okay. Bless her heart.
I hope this was maybe, and I'm not saying this is justified although it is. Like, it's a rich kid's school. She gets invited to the prom. She's like, I'm going back to the other side of the tracks.
Totally.
And I'm going to fill my pockets. Or vice versa. She's like, I'm rich and no one will ever prosecute me. So I'm going to rob all these poor people.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Please write in. We know you. Just write us an email.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
10 years ago, no one in America knew what a skin barrier was.
It's time to take care of your skin with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one.
Formulated with 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide to provide long-lasting hydration and 12-hour oil control. I've been using CeraVe for over a decade, I would think. And now it's getting super trendy. And I don't know why, it just makes me proud that something I've used for so long is cool on socials now. But it really does work. And that's why it's been around so long.
No matter your skin type or concern, CeraVe has facial cleansers perfect for you and your skin barrier.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
Okay, this one's called Mind Blowing Guaranteed. Podcasting princesses. I doubt you've ever heard a story like this one, which took place in my home state of Michigan several years back. On April 6, 2006, a van carrying 9 students from Taylor University in Indiana was returning to school from an event when a semi-truck lost control, crossed the median, and hit the van, killing 5 passengers. 2 of the Taylor students were from Michigan, just north of Indiana, and when the county coroner was done, one of the Michigan girls was dead, while the other had survived, badly injured. I know, I hate these fucking stories.
Well, also just that thing of the older kids get and they leave the house.
Totally.
The risk is just increasing. Nora just went on a long drive by herself. Yeah. And my sister was like, she's an adult. I can't be you're not allowed to.
It's one of the reasons I don't want kids. I couldn't do that.
It's so, so tough.
Okay, the students were identified through purses and IDs scattered around the scene. The body of blonde 18-year-old Whitney Sarek was transported home to Gaylord, Michigan, where her devastated family grieved her loss, held a funeral, and buried her in the local cemetery. The surviving Michigan student, also blonde, was unresponsive but was identified through an ID laying near her as 22-year-old Laura Van Ryn and was airlifted to a nearby ER and trauma center where she was stabilized. When her family rushed to her side, they were told to expect she would not look like herself, with bandages around her face and tubes in her head and mouth. Over the next 5 weeks, after Laura's family had her moved to a facility near their home in Grand Rapids, Michigan, they kept up a vigil at her bedside that at times left them baffled. Laura called them false parents in a way they thought was lovingly teasing. Once she regained her speech, she would often whisper, Whitney, when therapists or nurses called her Laura. When an aunt insisted, I don't care what anyone says, that doesn't look like Laura to me, Laura's father assured her that this was natural. Laura's sister, Lisa, glimpsed a new belly button piercing and thought to herself, spring break. Finally, at the end of 5 weeks, Lisa was sitting alone with her sister when Laura said her name was Whitney Sarek and her parents were Newell and Colleen. Lisa said, quote, our suspicions had been building, and in that moment, I just knew that she was right.
But you would have every reason to be like, no, this can't be.
Psychologically and logically, too, because you're being told those things. It's not...
Yeah, the official people are saying this is what's happening.
Right.
But you'd also be like, great.
Totally.
She's alive and she's here.
Laura and Whitney's identities had been mixed up by people helping at the accident scene. They looked alike with blonde hair and similar builds and facial features. Whitney's sister Carly, also a student at Taylor, had not been able to bring herself to identify the actual body at the morgue after being told her sister had been killed. After mourning for 5 weeks, Whitney Sarek's family were informed that Whitney was still alive. And Laura Van Rin's family had to accept that Laura, who they thought they had been caring for, was gone.
That's so horrible.
The bizarre, tragic accident would later prompt Indiana lawmakers to enact stricter guidelines regarding coroners identifying victims of fatal crashes. On March 28, 2008, Dateline NBC aired an episode regarding this mix-up titled A Twist of Fate. And the two families involved have written a book entitled Mistaken Identity.
Oh, I want to read that book.
Yeah. Oh, can you fucking imagine?
But then that means they like work together.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Stay sexy and always view the body, Margaret.
I mean,
yeah.
I think the thing that's really making me catch my breath is that that's exactly what you want to happen when you find out that someone you love dies.
Totally.
You fantasize about that.
Exactly. And then 5 weeks later to find out. You've been grieving for 5 weeks. You've gone through so many feelings and emotions and just devastation. And then you get your person back.
Yep. And Whitney's laying there and they're calling her the wrong name. And she's in this state. She kind of probably doesn't even really know what's going on.
Yeah.
Trying to say
No.
Okay.
That could have been a full episode story.
That really could.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
10 years ago, no one in America knew what a skin barrier was.
It's time to take care of your skin with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one.
Formulated with 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide to provide long-lasting hydration and 12-hour oil control. I've been using CeraVe for over a decade, I would think. And now it's getting super trendy. And I don't know why, it just makes me proud that something I've used for so long is cool on socials now. But it really does work. And that's why it's been around so long.
No matter your skin type or concern, CeraVe has facial cleansers perfect for you and your skin barrier.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye.
The right piece of furniture can completely change your room.
And your life. It's amazing what one good couch can do for morale.
And that's why there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time. There's no filler. Every item is chosen for its craftsmanship, design, and lasting value.
And with Article's 30-day satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence, knowing that if you're not completely in love with your new furniture, you can easily return it.
I recently needed to replace my old outdoor dining room table and chairs, so of course I went straight to Article. They have the Sarik outdoor dining set. I got it in khaki green. It's such a cute, minty green. It looks so good in my backyard. I can't wait to have alfresco dinners all summer. We can carve pumpkins on it in fall. It's so beautiful. Article knocked it out of the park once again.
Article's offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
Goodbye. Grocery shopping seems like it should take 20 minutes.
And then 2 hours later, you're standing at the checkout with a frozen pizza and 6 different types of chips.
Lucky for you, there's Hungry Root.
Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped in one. They'll take care of the weekly grocery shopping and recommend groceries and meals tailored to you.
Once you tell them about your goals and preferences, they fill your cart with personalized recommendations. And those recommendations get smarter as Hungry Root learns more about what you did or didn't like.
Most of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less. You can't get any easier than one pan shakshuka. I've always said that.
Yeah, I love the convenience and also the fact that I don't have to go park anywhere.
Thank God Hungry Root's around to help us shop and help us build really healthy and delicious meals.
For a limited time, get 40% off your first order, plus get a free item in every box for life.
Go to hungryroot.com/MFM and use code MFM.
That's hungryroot.com/MFM, code MFM to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. Goodbye.
I'm going to change it up with a little pet hero story.
Great.
It starts, hello from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I suck at intros, so please excuse my lack thereof. Just know that I love you. You asked for pet hero stories, and this is something that I can at least deliver. Back in the spring of 2012, I was in my final year of uni and was big into running. That my then puppy, a female Doberman Pinscher border collie named Charlie, was my enthusiastic companion on these jaunts. A border collie Doberman Pinscher is like the most springy dog ever made, I would imagine.
They don't really go together, but I'm sure it's...
Bowling, it's like all muscle and excitement.
Yeah.
It was a warm 11 degrees Celsius in today's money.
34.
52. Afternoon in late March. I should have told you what month it was. And a Chinook wind had recently come through the city, melting most of the snow off the sidewalks and trails that I frequented. Side note, Calgary is locally known for its warm Chinook winds, which come off the oceans from the southwest, blowing inland to the north.
Is she a weatherman?
I don't know. And generally boosting our outside temperatures for several days at a time. And then in parentheses, it says, hallelujah. I think everyone's a weatherman when they live in Calgary.
Sure.
You better know. You better know what's happening.
Yeah.
This specific day, I grabbed Charlie, laced up my running shoes without my ice cleats, and took off. Bad idea.
Just fucking stay home. You can take today off.
You know when you forget your ice cleats and you really regret it later
and
on?
It's 11 degrees Celsius.
And we're like, hey, we're from California.
Yeah, and you're in grade 6 and you want to
you want to get into the boot, but you can't.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's British. I made it through most of my normal route and was literally approaching the final descent on my stretch home about 5 minutes from my house when I hit a patch of black ice. Things happened fast, and I don't remember much as I passed out from the pain.
Oh, my God.
Woke up briefly in the ambulance.
Oh, my God.
Then passed out again. But I did later get some details that had been shared with the paramedics upon their arrival at the scene.
A fall and you get knocked out. Like, that is...
And it's because I've seen video people just all of a sudden you're just tripping on the ground because there's a patch of ice that you can't see.
Oh, it's just scary.
So it says, apparently Charlie, who was still on leash at the time of my fall, was able to run down the trail barking furiously. She got the attention of the next passerby she found, who luckily had some medical training. Even luckier, this person noted the dragging leash and the purpose with which Charlie moved away and then stopped to wait to see if they would follow.
Charlie, good boy.
Charlie's doing it. They did. Charlie led my rescuer right back to me, whereupon they found me lying unconscious on the ground with my leg facing the wrong way.
Oh!
And immediately called for help. I ended up breaking my leg in how many places? 5 places.
That's too many places.
Oh, needing 2 places. That means the femur is definitely involved. Dang it. Probably.
Yeah.
Needing 2 plates surgically implanted, and I was in the hospital for 11 days. Thankfully, not in life-threatening condition. And editorial note, thankfully, in Canada, where it's free.
Congratulations.
We're going to get there one day, America. We are going to get there.
Can you imagine everyone not going bankrupt from a fucking accident?
Because you slipped.
Yeah.
It scares me to think of how long I may have been lying on a cold sidewalk, if not for Charlie and my rescuer. It makes me even more sad that I never got the name of my rescuer to thank them for everything they did that day after helping.
Sorry.
What?
Should have put your phone number in his backpack, just like I did. See, I was right. He could have fucking helped me, or he could have fucking thanked me.
This is why we all need business cards. Not for business, but for pleasure. Okay.
At me, bro, on your business card.
At me. To thank them for everything they did. And after helping see me into the ambulance, they called the phone numbers on Charlie's ID tags and got a hold of my then roommate and were able to get Charlie home safely too. So they took over.
Come on,
Step
good person.
Forward, good person.
Yeah.
Good Canadian. Charlie's now 13 years old, has mild arthritis, but still loves to go for slow runs and bike rides. She rides in a carriage.
I said good girl. I said good boy.
It happens.
Yeah.
She also has developed the same fear of ice that I have. Penguin shuffle for the win. She's my everything and has seen me through it all, good, bad, and ugly. I can only hope as she transitions into these final elder years of her life that she feels like I've given her the same. Oh, no.
Oh.
Come on. Sorry, this is so long. Big shout out to the everyday heroes of our world, both animal and human. Stay sexy and wear the damn ice cleats. Kaylee, there's George. I called her Georgie. There's Charlie.
Oh,
the good girl.
Charlie, your sweet little beard and gray coming in.
Oh, listeners, we're definitely going to post this sweetest picture of the sweetest dog who saved her owner's life.
Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous.
She's so low key about
her
it.
Face right there.
I think she smells like Fritos, and I want to rub her haunches.
Oh my God.
And give her scritchels.
Amazing. That was amazing.
That was good, right?
Yes. Okay. My last one is called Prank Dad. Hello, my fun-loving aunties.
Hello.
Do I have a prank dad story for you? Growing up, I was the middle of 3 girls, and both of my parents were in law enforcement. So obviously, my sisters and I decided our calling in life was to be as annoying as possible. One day, my dad jokingly threatened to handcuff us together until you can get along. We did not take him seriously at all. We kept bickering, complaining, and pushing each other's buttons until he pulled out the handcuffs and said, until you can get along, you're staying handcuffed together.
Wow. 3 of them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It has to be against protocol, right?
There's nothing legal or correct about this.
Cue the dramatic sighing and eye rolling. We decided, fine, peace treaty it is. But when he went to unlock us, he realized his handcuff keys were at work. So yes, we had to drive over an hour handcuffed together to get his keys. Were we getting along by then? Absolutely not. Once we walked into the police station, all of his coworkers stared at him like he was unhinged. He just shrugged and said, "Kids, am I right?" Anyways, my siblings and I never fought again after that. Just kidding. Of course we did. But it was the last time we were physically restrained as a family bonding activity.
Yeah.
I can't wait to write again and tell you about the case my dad worked on involving serial killer Wayne Adam Ford, one of the world's most evil killers. He was one of the lead detectives on that case.
Wow.
Shout out to my wife, Crumb, who introduced me to your podcast in 2020. We saw you live in Boston and had a wonderful time. Thank you for everything you do. Seriously, we love you. Stay sexy and always keep an extra set of keys on you. Hill, she, her.
I mean, Hill, great email. Also, what a great kind of if you're going to do something and take this big swing, you better make sure you have everything you need to be the responsible adult.
Right. It's the definition of fuck around and find out. He fucked around and he found the fuck out.
That's right. And then everyone at work found out too.
Yeah.
It's like, what great parenting skills you have.
Yep. Definitely talked about that one at the Christmas party that year.
Although I don't envy anyone with 3 daughters.
No.
Mayhem.
My God. Chaos.
Not great.
Hey, tell us about your sibling fights and stuff.
Are you one of 3 girls?
Tell us all about it.
You'll get right to the front if you send us emails about your horrible fights.
That's right, at myfavoritemurder@gmail.com or anything else you want to write about.
Yeah, which let us know. And then until then, stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
This has been an Exactly Right production.
Our senior producer is Molly Smith, and our associate producer is Tessa Hughes.
Our editor is Aristotle Acevedo.
This episode was mixed by Liana Squilacci.
Email your hometowns to myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
Follow the show on Instagram at myfavoritemurder.
Listen to My Favorite Murder on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And now you can watch My Favorite Murder on Netflix.
And when you're there, hit the double thumbs up and the remind me buttons. That's the best way you can support our show. Goodbye.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
I'm Nancy Glass, host of the Burden of Guilt Season 3 podcast. This is a story about a horrendous situation that destroyed 2 families. It's a scorched earth war that shows just how far someone will go to get what they want.
Cindy said I had to choose between the truth and my family, and I had to choose the truth.
Listen to Season 3 of Burden of Guilt on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Betrayal Weekly is back with brand new stories. From threatening text messages disturbing a small Midwestern town.
It was from an unknown number. Who else is getting these messages? Why did it start with us?
To long cons and stolen identities.
Who lies about being this sick? This was the last time I ever believed a word she said.
Listen to Betrayal Weekly on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.